The all-purpose fox. Okay, welcome again to another episode of the All-Purpose Fox.
And tonight we have, where are the questions?
Well, we kind of, I thought you take care of the questions.
No, I thought you... Hey,
Hey,
what are you doing?
Hey,
hand this over. Okay, now we have the questions.
Yeah, I think we agreed to get rid of them last time.
Apparently it
Yeah,
didn't
actually
work.
I realise now why we didn't. Anyway, he's more trouble than he's worth. Alright, so we have the questions.
Yes.
And being the all-purpose fox, we'll now be answering them. So, would you like to go first?
Okay, this is a list, but there's a question that is not on the list and which was asked first.
Okay.
So we go with that one first.
Makes sense.
It was Amber's question.
Yes.
And she asked, which DMF8 character's default attire she should change next.
Mm-hmm. And we did have a bit of talk about this one actually in advance.
Yeah, we talked about it for like an hour or so.
A little one. Will I give the reasons or?
I think it could go on for another hour if we keep going on about the reasons. But basically we weren't really decided on that. But the closest answer we got was Devin.
Yep, Devin.
But
I actually had all these.
Yeah, maybe Pyro could do it too because he's never had a change.
Yeah, but I was also coming up with all these philosophical reasons, like how each character's costume changes symbolizes a transition of life that they're going through at that very moment of the comic. For instance, how Dan, when he goes to the Succubus and Incubus Academy, gets clothing ripped off as a symbol of having his defenses and personality torn away from him and having to barely, with a bare chest, face the world in front of him. Or how Gyrus, was after having his old little comfort thing was suddenly pushed a bit forward and had this whole new outfit. And the fact that Abel actually assisted that outfit change was not a coincidence, but more symbolic in how Abel was affecting Gyrus's personality and clothing transformation.
Come to think of it, that is a bit disturbing. Imagine a world where people have to go through life-changing situations in order to change their clothes.
Well, I can imagine there'd be a lot of more people going to those transform your life sessions. I mean, dear gosh, some people would end up just taking pills just so that they could change their clothes in the morning. That is weird. But I think a second part of the question is what they should change into, and I don't know. I hadn't quite figured that.
No.
You've already influenced the comic enough.
Okay, so we are going to go all-purpose fox on this one and sort something completely unrelated like apples.
I'm in favor of them.
Okay.
Okay.
On to the next question. What would happen if a fox took over the world?
Awesome things. I mean, let's see, if a fox took over the world, the fox would be like, I've taken over the world, and then he'd nap, and then he'd get up in the morning and be awesome. You see, foxes don't necessarily need to take over the world to be awesome, but in a sense they already have, because everyone knows that foxes are awesome. In fact, how do you know that the foxes aren't there right now having brain control technology that's just repeating, foxes are awesome, foxes are awesome, to every person in the world? Because that's what foxes are. They can go for the upfront thing, but they always prefer to be sly, subtle, something that suits themselves, but doesn't necessarily get immediately in the way of other people unless the people are holding on to chickens for some weird reason and need to be relieved of them. So yes.
Yeah, especially if they destroy the place the foxes used to live in order to raise those chickens.
Yes, well, foxes are very sneaky, they're sly, but that's the whole point. Foxes could take over the entire world, and you wouldn't even know it.
Okay. So, would you care to read the next one?
Why is there a scouring pad in the bath? Yes, Gabby, I think you can quite answer this one.
Yeah, well, actually, the answer to this is not so funny, really. I used it to wash myself. I used the yellow side.
Yes, while it is technically used for washing dishes, it's got a soft side that's more like a traditional sponge, and the scouring is only on one side. So, you know, that's you're talking about 5 out of 6 surfaces that are perfectly fine to use with the body, more or less.
So, is it okay to keep fish in a tank of chowder? Chowder fish, right? That should work.
Hey, cut a second. Gabby, you're about to...
Did you feel that?
That was weird.
I guess we'll...
What happened?
I don't know. Foxes?
We are foxes.
Maybe we caused it. Well, I guess chowder, right?
Ah, yeah, chowder. Fish and chowder.
I don't know. Something seems fishy about this question.
Yeah, it does. Maybe the question caused it?
What?
The question caused the whole thing.
Yeah. Maybe we should just move straight on to the next one. If we read this question out again, it could cause more problems.
Yeah.
There's probably some. It's probably like accidentally reading out some machine code of the universe or something.
Yeah. Let's skip to the next one.
Okay.
Okay. So, if the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42, what is the question? That's another sneaky question, because if we told you what the question is, the universe would destroy itself and then be restarted with a different question and a different answer. So, sorry, we're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, when we started the show, we decided to have a mandate to not entirely destroy the universe. I mean, in fairness, Shades Fox was kind of the one decider at the time, but continuing his legacy, I feel it only right that I keep the universe going for a little while longer. We do.
Would.
Okay. What is best in life? Well, best is the most, the best, the most superlative. So, for instance, the best man is the greatest person to have at your wedding, and George Best is an Irish rugby player.
Okay, thank you. Can you hurt foxes? Yes, with great difficulty.
Would you have a fox dog to hurt them?
Well, I think foxes are best qualified for herding foxes.
You'd have a fox.
Yeah, because foxes are more inclined to follow other foxes than they are to follow dogs. In general.
So, to catch a fox, you must be a fox.
Yeah, that's... it's not the only way, but it's probably the easiest.
Okay. Great. Good to know. From Rin the Dragon. If you have 4 pencils and I have 7 apples, how many pancakes will fit on the roof? That is a very tricky question. We'll need to use algebra to solve this. If x equals 4 and y equals 7 and t equals the amount of time required for each pancake to be put onto the roof,
Get out of here!
and z equals the roof square footage, and t is, as well as reflecting the amount of time to prepare a pancake, also reflects the amount of pancakes themselves, and I represents the square root of -1, as well as the amount of roofs that need to be filled with pancakes, then if you do I or squared times 3 and then just put that into the minus b formula. I'm going to need some paper.
Actually, there's an important variable missing here.
Mm-hmm.
Two, actually. The size of the roof and the surface of the pancakes.
Yes, that's where the or comes in, the radius of the pancakes. Not the radius squared of the pancakes. I've made that mistake before. So once you substitute all the calculations in, and you should come up with the equation p equals 3 or squared times pi. Sorry, times pancake. And there you are. Simple as that. Stay in school.
Thank you. From Agent Elrond. How does a heart use chopsticks? Well, this one is kind of relating to the one about hurting foxes, because this is also done with great difficulty. Basically, well, it's easier for ponies because they can just pick a chopstick in the hooves somehow. But other kinds of horses would have to resort to other means to attach the chopsticks to the legs and then pick them up somehow. It would take a lot of training. Or they can just eat the chopsticks, which might be the better option for them.
Yes. But they have to be careful when they eat the wooden chopsticks and they splinter, or else they could end up with a hoarse throat.
Go ahead.
Oh, this seems to be the last question. From Daryl. Do I look good in these? Daryl, Oh, yes, you still want us to answer the question. Well,
You've been causing us a lot of trouble, you know that?
Yes. You seem to come on our show and you mess around and then you wear tight leather pants and then you want to ask us if you look good at it. Well... I don't know.
Okay, I guess.
I think it would have looked better on the cow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. And before you try to consider the implication of a fox-wearing cow, let us move on to the end of our show.
Okay. Do the honors.
We hope you've enjoyed your time with us. We hope it's been a laugh. This is the All-Purpose Fox, and all this time we have. We answer your questions. Hopefully they're good. And if you didn't get your question, well, there's always next time. But listen to all and have some time with the All-Purpose Thank you. Okay, that was a good show.
What did you want to say?
Oh, I just wanted to point out I was suffering from a puppy leech infection, but don't worry, I'll burn them off once I stop finding them cute.
They are cute.
They are cute. I should have mentioned it though. I kind of wanted to do a shout out for Ash.
This is still rolling, isn't it? Yes.
Well, you got the
That
puppy
was
leeches
fun.
down on the